Such an elegant player. That one put over the top of Sergio Roberto, collected by Teo. Sergio Roberto responding brilliantly. The team who are building their moves up with patience and poise.
Camera takes us to Teo, but Lo Celso is going to be really, really important today, because the manner in which Teo and Canale, Teo and Canale...
Communication there. Caballo quick to find his man Jesse. It's played wide to Teo. Teo gets it onto the right foot, miscues it, but does hit. It's on the defence there, and some differences of opinion.
You know very clearly that Art
gets it back from Canales. Now Joaquin. Joaquin's cross. Oh, it's lovely.
Sensational.
Oh, and so close, Jesse. That all comes from Joaquin's. And Barcelona quite pleased. Is that a lovely ball from Joaquin?
That's Art.
Guardado it was who put it across. He loves to put one past Pau Lopez. That's for sure. Messi! 1-0 to Barcelona! Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lionel Messi! What were you saying, Graham Hunter? About Leo Messi in recent weeks? That is unstoppable!
Stand down, doctors. Stand down, nurses.
No chance. Watch this again. And the wall horribly set up, Graham. That one goes in between.
There's nobody there.
Nobody there at all.
It goes over Piqué's head. The only danger to it not going in was that Piqué's height might have deflected it over the bar. That tells you that Quique Setien has work to do with his defensive staff, with the way in which they plan things. There's even a man, I'm not sure if it's Bartra, going down to try and block the low shot and
an identical spot. Have they got the wall better? Messi goes the other way. Pau Lopez clutching it out of the air.
That was a little game of poker. I think Pau pretty much guessed. The trajectory is a little bit less.
Yeah, Say gives it to Busquets. Sydney wins it back. Still Sydney. Still Sydney. Tries the shot. It comes off Sergio Busquets for a corner. Such determination. And in the end, Busquets, the only man good, bundled over by Canales. Play on, says the referee. Teo. Oh, Piqué went down. Teo was aware of it. Jesse's shot just wide.
Temperature sudden at 1-0 up on the rack.
There's Teo, got the better of Piqué. It was blocked by Ter Stegen, and Jesse felt, let's get it back in the mix.
Piqué's a little bit groggy.
That's a lovely ball. Alba onto it. Joaquin it was who tracked back to follow him. Oh, superb to Messi from Vidal. Messi square to Suarez. He miscues it. I think he took the right decision shooting first time.
Does that happen in hot-tempered, crucial football matches? That ball's lovely. The touch in there. I think if he opens his body and brings it on.
Sergio Roberto making the run through the middle. Here he is. Returns it to Luis Suarez. Gets away from Sydney. The deflected shot goes wide.
In my opinion, what I was going to say in my opinion was, I think I've seen a red card offence. Bartra, when he raises... Well, let's wait and see. Here we get a look. Well, he raises his arm to fend off.
Alba, Messi, release. Rakitic making a run. Here's Suarez. Tries the back heelers and Messi! 6 seconds after the 46 were up, the final...
Pressure in tight spots, not one-on-one, but when there's a crowd, a madding crowd all around you, the time of his run is perfect. He should be fearing that his heels are going to be clipped.
Full credit to Suarez. Look where Rakitic is. Suarez with eyes in the back of his head, knows Messi's running. It's Messi who's played the ball to the Uruguayan in the first place. A back hinges to get a touch. Suarez remarkably has completely recovered, gets into the area, twists and turns, and with the side, with the left foot hit.
He still reckons he's in pain, but...
Well, Bartra had a little word with him saying, look, there was nothing there, and that's where Suarez responded that he was... Still Rakitic. Messi to Suarez! Suarez! Across the face of the goal, and Jordi Alba just couldn't quite get on the end of it. It would have been a magnificent strike had it ended. A rather bland effort straight at Ter Stegen. There's one for Suarez to chase. Suarez through. Suarez got Messi with him. Tries to go all the way and puts it just wide. And takes it out on the advertising hall.
Should be a not for the miss. When this ball is headed into his path, He's got so much time to take a look. Now Messi struggles to catch up, but one look from Suarez, and now he knows that if he slides it into Messi's path, it's 3-0 and match over and title in their hands.
Betis lose it again. It's collected by Suarez once more. Still Suarez. Still Suarez. Still Suarez. Still Suarez. Luis Suarez, 2 Betis men down on the ground. It's Barcelona 3. Betis 10 points clear at the top of the table.
One of the things that separates this man from so many strikers is that he has that in his locker, and despite the fact that he's gently getting older and he's just losing a little bit of pace, his conviction that he can dribble through people has always been very high. But what's more, when he makes a mistake like he did, and he kicked the hoarding behind the goals 2.5, 3 minutes ago for not finishing, not feeding Messi.
Busquets over the top to Sergio Roberto, cuts it square to Luis Suarez. Pau Lopez with the save. Suarez, I think, the first to admit he didn't quite catch that.
To be a back four, I believe, and that means that there needs to be a lot more tactical rigidity from Teo.
There's that earlier shot from Suarez, well saved by Pau Lopez.
Also in the space.
Advantage for Barcelona as much as it could be in the bag, although Christian Teo might have something to say about it. Lainez trying to take advantage of Jordi Alba's slip. Lorin Moron! That's what the home fans wanted to see. I've taken their Ter Stegen. Absolutely no doubt about the finish from Lorin Moron. Teo involved there. It's Jesse who couldn't control it. Lainez just plays it back and he chips it into the top corner. Lovely finish. 3-1.
Well, Valverde is going to be annoyed because about a minute and a half ago he was screaming at Semedo to get back into position. Now, Semedo does one of the things that Dani Alves used to do.
Piqué down to Vidal, it falls to Messi. Rakitic. Messi. Oh, my goodness me! You thought you'd seen it all! Leo Messi, no wonder he's...
Look at his face.
A rival player score a hat-trick in your ground. But you can tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren that you were there the day Messi scored an absolutely sublime hat-trick. What a goal. Pau Lopez, I mean, he's getting on for 2 meters tall. He gets nowhere near that. Leo Messi, I think there are no arguments left. This is the greatest player to play this.
I believe.